Yo, what up? What's going on, guys? How you doing? How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. I am. I'm doing good. I'm chilling. I got some drinks here. I got one of these sparkling juices my wife got at Aldi. Try that. As my son would say. Oh, shit. What up, Marco? What's up, Henry? Henry in the house? How you doing, Henry? Deadhead, what up? Channel member. Appreciate you, Deadhead. Taylor Hartness is in the house. What's up, dude? What's up, pimp? What up, pimp? Sup, dog? Kev is late again. What are you talking about, dude? Have you seen down here in the corner where it says not late at all? Because I think you must be mistaken, sir. That shit is good, dude. Clementine. Shit is good. Oh, it got a little zing to it too. A little sour zing. I like it. No added sugar. The nice thing is it doesn't have that stupid ass shit that everybody puts. Apple juice. Maybe that's where that little zing comes from. Orange juice, apple juice, natural flavors. I love how it's called Clementine, but then there's not any Clementine in here. It's kind of funny, actually. That's kind of funny. But yeah, there's no aspartame. And now the new trick I've found, is they put fucking stevia extract in it. And then they say no, shit, what's the word they use? No, not added. No, it's not added sugar. It's like no fake sugar, basically. I forget the word for fake sugar. It's artificial sweetener. Thank you. It'll say no artificial sweeteners, but they put stevia extract in it, which is almost as bad as aspartame. It's not quite as bad as aspartame, but it's close. And it pisses me off. It really does. It happened to me not too long ago. I bought a couple of 12 packs. I bought like 3 or 4 12 packs of what's that company that makes water and it's all about death water, you know what I'm talking about. And they have these like seltzers that are like soda flavored. So I guess it's supposed to be like a healthy alternative to soda. So they have, it's kind of like a watered down soda kind of, but it has a good amount of carbonation, so it doesn't, have that flat Coke taste. But anyway, they say no artificial sweetener. So I was like, sick. I bought a bunch of different ones. I was all excited about it. And Liquid Death, yeah. And then you should just stay here, Taylor. You can cover all the shit I can't remember. And I bought 4 of them, and then I got them, and I took one sip, and I went, fuck. Because as soon as I taste that nasty-ass aspartame / stevia extract taste, I just can't do it. Like, I struggle to do it. Like, I can bear through it if I have to, but, if it's at my house and I bought it, I don't have to. Even, like, ice cold, I couldn't deal with it. I just hate that stuff. So it's sitting in my garage. My neighbor was going to take it. It's just, but the Liquid Death sparkling water or seltzer basically is really good. Actually, the cans or whatever, they're really good. Like, I burnt my scalp. I cut my hair, or buzzed my hair, and then I went to the range last weekend, and I even put some sunscreen on my head, but it wasn't enough, I guess. You love those? Nah, man, they're nasty. No, not sativa extract. It's stevia. Stevia. From the mouth of babes, gotta love it. Never gonna know what going to come out of their mouths. Huh? What you talking about, Willis? Oh, you're talking about because I said my kid does the sound. Is that what you're talking about? Oh. Maybe I was going, oh, was that? Yeah, my bad. Maybe I went back kind of far. I don't know. So what's going on with you guys? We got the Growler drop tomorrow. I got these two left. I had one of each version, so I had 10. But then I sent out a bunch for to different reviewers. So I put one in the pass around group I run. I sent one to Casey. Said Stevie extract. Hell yeah, dude. That's great. I sent one to Casey. I sent one to Ray. I sent one to Bees. I sent one to Jared. I sent two to Dylan, Knife Addict Dylan. He bought one, and I gave him the other one. So I think that's how I got rid of all of them. And then Colin has one, and then I have these two. So I think that accounts for all of them. I don't have one laying around here somewhere. But they're dropping tomorrow at noon. So if you guys are interested, check out the Growler V3. The knife is sick. It came out fantastic, just the way we wanted it. Check out my disassembly video I posted yesterday. Don't worry, it's not an hour long. It's only 55 minutes. I tried to. I really tried. I actually deleted. I like stopped recording twice and deleted those and started over. Literally in the middle of the disassembly because I was like, this is going to be too long. And then I still ended up turning it into 55 minutes. It's like, I can't help myself. I don't know. Yo, what up, dude? You're on your other account or whatever? Let's see. Loot, what up, dog? What up, Loot? Loot just helped us out. He did. Oh, did Colin send you that money? Hold on, let me make sure he sends that. All right. I sent him a message. I don't know. He may not have seen that in the chat, Luke. Make sure you get paid, dog. Appreciate you, man. Luke just did the large Lush CAD file for us. So we're doing a large version of the Lush V2 that we did with Austin TPK. It was a Riot made version. Absolutely love it. I have one right here. Where are you at? Right here. I love this thing. He came to collect. Yep. That's funny. So we're doing a larger version. This one has a 3-inch blade, I think 2.9. So the large is like 3.4. What is it, Luke? What is the size of it? Do you even remember? What's the blade length? Is it 3 1/4 or is it 3 1/2 or somewhere in between? I don't remember now. It's not going to be massive. It's just like more of a full size knife versus this one's. You know, this one really to me though doesn't feel like a small knife. Like it feels like the perfect size. I guess it is for my hand. I'm actually surprised this is under 3 inches. Is it? Oh, let me check. Huge, yes, huge. I don't need calipers, dude. Just need a ruler. Where's the goddamn ruler at, son? Let's see. Yeah, it's like 3.1 or 3 inches on the dot. So this is it's pretty standard, you know. I don't know. We'll see. Big, what up, dog? What's going on, man? Yeah, he's on vacation, but he can still do some shit. You know what I mean? Snack budget running low. Overall, 8.26. Oh shit. Okay. So it's like 3.5 inches. 3.6, something like that would be my guess. So that's a decent chunk. We're adding about an inch overall. So there you go. We have, what the heck is this? So we got 1,000 gems. What the heck is a gem, dude? Trophy cake. I have no idea what just happened. So what is this? YouTube lets you send what is 1,000 gems? What can I do with a gem? I don't know. That's interesting. Okay. This is going to be a first for you probably, but can you explain what that is, Beeg? I don't know. YouTube gave them to me and said to give them to someone. Interesting. So, do I give them to somebody else now? Or do I get to keep them? Do I get to keep them? Uh-oh. 440 gems. Unk Alert says chili. 6 gems. We got 6 gems. 440 gems and 1,000 gems. Okay. Anybody else got gems? Paul's been a member for 25 months. He doesn't have any gems, though. Get out of here, Paul, with no gems. I'm just kidding. Lefty Left-Handerson. Hell yeah, dude. Hold on, let me go back. I guess for gems, you get fireworks. I don't know. Can I turn those gems into money? Come on, give them fireworks, dude. Give them fire. I had to give it the serious face. Had to be like, yo, come on. Give them the fireworks, dog. Thank you. Jeez. Paul, gotta get you with the fireworks, son. Uh-oh, look at this. Taylor coming in hot with a massive drop of gems, dude. 2 gems. Killing it. Extra fireworks just because you got 2 gems, baby. That's what I'm talking about right there. No, not a thumbs up. No thumbs up. Thank you, sir. That's funny. I appreciate you, dog. Yeah, Mark, can I send you that in gems, please? I'm gonna pay him in gems. Taylor. Oh, he's got 10 more. What? You saving the gems, dude? You didn't give me all of them? Give me all your fucking gems, boy. I demand your gems. I have no idea what these things are. Yeah, I don't know either, dude. I'm seriously hoping it's money. You know what I mean? I'm hoping I could turn 1 gem into $1. You know, then I'm rolling it. I'm rolling in gems. I'm guessing it's something. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look it up. Genius, right? What are gems for on YouTube? Okay, you ready? I'll show you guys what it be. On YouTube, people use virtual items called jewels, often referred to similarly to gems or coins on other platforms, to buy and send animated GIFs during creator live streams and premieres. I don't know. They're literally calling them gems, not jewels. So I'm not sure this is right. Buying jewels. Viewers purchase bundles of jewels using the YouTube mobile app. You guys didn't do that. Viewers redeem their jewels in real time to send fun visual animations that pop up on a creator's stream. There's a hype feature. I know that one. Now there's rubies too. This is all BS. They're making shit up. I don't think, maybe it's too new. Nobody actually knows. Nobody actually knows. So anyway, while we're sitting here doing this, I want to show you guys something. On Drop Beacon has creator pages. So if you guys follow anybody that goes on or that has an account on Drop Beacon as a creator, you can actually get to all their discount codes, and you can get to their links too. But it turns out we can use Drop Beacon kind of like Linktree or whatever. So if I go here where it says codes, this will list all my codes. So if you're looking for something, you need a discount, Drop Beacon is a great place to look to find a discount on shit. And it makes it pretty easy, right? So you could just go to the creators that you follow or whatever and see if they have a link for whatever it is. I mean, you can see I got a shit ton of links discount codes. And then there's the just links under here. So if you are looking for a discount code specifically, you can skip the bottom section, but all of these have discounts associated with them, which is pretty damn cool. So I thought I would mention that. I think it also auto applies the discount. If possible, it'll auto apply it. So you can go shop G1 with it. And then right here, you can visit the website. And I think it automatically adds the discount to your order. But you can always just type it in. It's a pretty cool setup. I talked to Matt, who runs Drop Beacon, about it and helped them kind of get it dialed in. So if you guys have any feedback on that, let me know. They also have a bunch of giveaways going on right now and sign-up sales and shit. So definitely check out the giveaway page. I still have a giveaway going right here. You can see for the Zombie Green O-Knife LK. So it's like the flashlight / knife from O-Knife, which is just kind of cool because it exists. And there's still like 20 hours left. So if you want to get in on that giveaway, check that out. Looks like there's 600 entries on there. Might be a little harder to snag that one, but whatever. I will be probably doing a giveaway today as well for the live stream. We'll get into that later probably. But yeah, the jewel spam will continue until morale improves. Kev needs to be tan all year long, looking sexy. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. You guys like my tan? Let's see. White Mountain tomorrow, right, guys? Yeah. So the drop is at White Mountain Knives only. So you don't have to worry about any other dealers, which is nice. So, yeah. White Mountain Knives, they have all the versions. They have the accent kits. Makes it easy for you guys to pick those up. I have 2 growlers. Do I need 3? Maybe. Do you have the V3 or just a regular growler? Like, which one do you have? V3, V2, V1? Because if you don't have the V3, then I suggest you get one because we added a front flipper to it. So here's the V3. This is my favorite version personally. I love this milling pattern. I call it the chevron milling pattern. I don't really know what it is. It just kind of looks like chevrons to me. And this one is S90V, and it has DLC belt satin on it and DLC hardware and accents. DLC belt satin. And then there is a 154 CM version, which has a DLC polish blade. If you like the mirror finish, I have a video showing all the versions. So check out that video I did last week with all the versions. You can see the mirror polish, and then you can see all the other ones. Other than this reverse tux, all the other versions, they are identical except for the steel. You can choose if you want 154 CM or if you want S90V. That was kind of the whole concept behind this run. We wanted to give you guys the option for 2 different blade steels just to see what people buy. Because I'm really curious to know, like, what do people prefer? So everything's the same except for the steel on the other versions. This one, they just can't do a mirror finish on the S90V, this one. So we did a belt satin, and then we did the mirror finish on the 154 CM. So that's why these are different. But other than that, they're identical. We added this front flipper. I'll show you the 80s version I have here. So this is the other one I kept. I put a blue crystal tie kit on here. So we got some crystal tie on there. Looking pretty good. It came with blue ano. So, you know, it just gave it a little extra spice. But 80s camo carbon. And then they are linerless, so you have just an inset tab lock. So there's literally just a lock bar in here that comes down here, and then it goes around here, and all these screws lock in the liner, or the lock bar, sorry. And it just comes up and it's a lock bar. Everything else is linerless. The show side is completely linerless. So this thing weighs 3 ounces, 3.3-inch blade. It's got a really tall blade on it, so it's super slicey. The Growler is one of our best performers when it comes to, like, you know, actual use and cutting and whatnot. And the blade shape is a little more universal than our usual sheep's foot. So might be more in some people's wheelhouse. The action is bonkers. So I put skiffs in here the other day. The action was just as good with the stock bearings. I just like skiffs. But I mean, it swings down and then it's just a super buttery smooth glide to the close. We went with our binge style front flipper, and the reason we like this front flipper tab style a lot is because you can get such good leverage on it that you don't need to lighten up the detent. So it still has a fantastic detent for the reverse flick or for a thumb flick. And it still has an awesome front flipper on it, which you can front flip. I haven't tried this yet. It might be, detent might be too strong. No, there we go. Roll back. And of course, the reach around, my favorite. You can get all that done and still have a nice detent because of the style of front flipper. But That's the main thing we changed is we added a front flipper. We got rid of the liners. We added a milled pocket clip. We're doing camo carbon and titanium for the first time. And we're doing S90V for the first time. Of course, you can choose your steel. Like this one right here is in 154 cm. See if I can show you. Nah. Can you see it? Well, you can almost see it. 154 cm. And then this one's in S90V. So you can pick your poison and pick your price range. That was kind of my idea with this run, was to give you guys that option so we could, one, get a good look at what people buy so we know for future stuff, are you guys dialing in more on the 154 or more on the S90V, or do you just like all of it, and then the price point. Sorry, I blanked for a second. Kind of want to see if you guys are, maybe people prefer a less expensive knife with premium handle materials, or do they want that extra premium blade as well with the knife? On the Growler XL, we tried to throw in a budget version. So we threw in a version with G10, right? It was like G10 and Stonewash. All the other ones had like camo carbon or titanium, right? And so we were like, okay, maybe people want something a little more affordable, so we'll do G10. Well, that one was the least selling one. The Growler XL in G10, those lasted a while. And so what I learned from that was people don't want G10. Like you guys don't want cheap handle materials just to bring the price down. You know what I mean? So now I'm trying to see, what about blade steel? What about that trade-off? So I don't know. We'll see. I know that for the most part, 154 cm and camo carbon or 154 cm and titanium still does really well. But there's always those people who, they're like, I wish it was S90V. So now we got both. So anyway, that's a little rundown on that. Let me go back and answer some shizzle. 50 of each. Do you think that's enough? I think that's enough, man. I mean, so they're all available at one place. It's not like the small boy. We had 1,200 of them, but that was with like 7 dealers that had exclusives, and then we had our own versions. And so everybody and their mom was advertising the small boy. And like all those dealers, they have their own customer base, right? But when we do a model with just one dealer, it limits all that, right? So it limits it to, just that dealer's customer base, and then the exposure that I have here and the exposure that just Divo has in general. And I've found that about half of the size of a run that we do on like a open design, let's call the ones that we do with any dealer, anybody can get an exclusive or whatever, call that an open design. And then these are exclusive ones with dealers. I figure about half the size of the run is good. Like on the Growler XL, I think we did 400 of those. And I think that was about the perfect amount. They sold out, but it took a little while for those G10 ones to go. And all the other ones didn't immediately sell out. I think like a couple versions did, But then there was a couple weeks where they kind of trickled out and they sold out, which I think is kind of the perfect setup. Like, I want them to sell well, but I don't want to have them all sell out on the first 10 minutes, because then that means we could have sold more, right? Which means more people could have got one, and obviously we could sell more, which is good for us. So we're trying to balance that and get the right number. It's just difficult. Like, you never know. And then the changes in the market. So, you know, like the economy's down right now, so less people want to buy knives. So doing a massive order doesn't necessarily make sense. It's just a whole game of figuring it out. We try to do our best, man. It also limits us from doing other stuff. So like doing that massive small boy order, that really put a damper on us doing anything else for a while. So like right now we have the Growler V3 dropping tomorrow, and then I think that's it for a while, until like, I don't even, like, maybe the licensed designs, you might see the Kaiser Mash and you'll see probably the Remet Bender come out. But as for, you know, like Divo branded knives, I don't think we're going to have another one for 6 months. So that's what happens when you order 1,200 knives. Like, we have to put a lot of cash into that. So anyway, we learn from shit and we try to do our best and we make changes based on that stuff and try to get better. So yeah. All right. I'm going to shut up now. Nick. Yeah, I know you like the reverse tux. So you like the belt satin versus the polish? Cropsy, what up? $2. $2. Fireworks, baby. Thank you very much, sir. I have 2 V2s because I safe queen one and I pimped out. I love the front flip. Yeah, I would get one, dude. Now, obviously, you know, I'm over here selling them, so naturally, I'm going to tell you to get one. But I try to be honest with you guys. If you have a V2 and you're not sure, if you have the money to get a V3, I would recommend you get one, just because we haven't done a growler this premium, and we haven't done a growler with this awesome of construction. The amount of, like, if you have both, right? If you do get one, just compare them. Yes, it looks like when you flip it open, it looks like the same knife. But when you really compare them, there's so many changes from the V2 to the V3. I mean, I don't know if we've done this big of a jump before. I mean, you could say the V1 growler to the V2 was a huge jump because of we switched OEMs, which was a massive improvement. But design-wise and everything, the jump to camo carbon and titanium, to linerless construction, to milled pocket clip, to front flipper, to adding S90V options. It's just a huge upgrade, in my opinion. And if you like the growler because it's a good user knife, we still have options for that. The acid wash one would be a great user knife. So that's my pitch on it. If you're trying to debate on getting one, if you have the V2. Yeah, what up, JD? How did you get my guy? XL, V2, and Mini. Trying to see what you were referring to. I got to go back. But yeah, those are that's what you have, I guess. Now, we are going to, hopefully, as long as these sell well, We are going to roll through the sizes again. So we're going to hit the mini, and we're going to add all the changes to the mini. So it'll get the front flipper, it'll get the steel tabs, it'll get the milled pocket clip, because the mini didn't have a milled pocket clip. And then we're going to roll to the XL. So we're going to do V2s of the mini and the XL, which is going to confuse the shit out of people. I might just change it and call it the V3 right away. Just call it the mini Growler V3 and the Growler XL V3, just to limit confusion, even though there is no V2 of those. But if we have a mini Growler V2 and a XL Growler V2, that might be more confusing because there's the V3, and then people are going to wonder about, I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. But we plan to go around the circle. We also might do the Mega Growler. We are definitely doing the Mega Boy, but the Mega Growler is still on the table as well. We just gotta, we got the other sizes we want to do. I think those are more important. Taylor with another 10 gems, another 2 gems. Yeah, dude. He wrote 100, but he gave me 2. It's awesome. Happy poop. 10 gems, baby. What's up, dude? Deadhead with the 10 gems. That's what I'm talking about. 67 gems. 6 gems. Just keep dropping gems, dude. Keep dropping gems. Let's see. What else we got? I hate weak, soft hand, sissy detents. Yeah, me too. The non-polished DLC still looked a bit reflective. No. I mean, it's metal. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that, man. Here, you can just look. I have studio lights on, so, it's going to be more reflective than probably normal, but that's kind of how the satin is. Like, here's the actual belt satin. Maybe that'll help you. Similar effect. I wouldn't really say it has any mirror properties to it, if that makes sense. Con man, what up, dude? Made it after putting the kiddos to bed. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I just did too. That's why I'm always late. I like that carbon fiber. Looks nice. Hell yeah, dude. The carbon fiber is dope. The 80s looks really good this time. It was a struggle on the XL. The Growler XL, the 80s didn't really look great in my opinion. So Kev got a haircut. No, I gave myself a haircut. I bought like a little trimmer kit, or a buzzer kit, whatever those are called. Clippers. There you go. During COVID. And now that's just how I cut my hair, because it's free, basically. And that trimmer, or that clipper thing, is amazing. The battery lasts forever. And I'm pretty sure I paid like $30 for it. 154 cm with a good grind and high hardness. I'm all in. Yeah, so what Kubi sent us on the 154 cm Growler blade was 62, I believe. Yeah, 62 HRC on the 154 cm. Or no, it was 61.7, if I'm remembering now, looking at the little notches. I tagged it at 61.7. Yeah, I would be curious. I do need to send you, I wanted to send you a small boy too. So maybe I'll pack something up to send you. Just need to catch some time, and I need to have spare ones to send. Right now I don't. So we'll figure it out. But I do want to compare the hardness that they gave us to what you get. I know this is about the Growler. Congratulations, by the way, but I'm currently this close to buying a Fireball V1 80s camo on the Facebook group. Is $200 shipped a good price? Thanks, sir. Well, that's the retail price. So that's what we sold them for back when we sold those. So I don't think that price is bad, especially because it's a knife that is not available. So whoever's selling it is just trying to get their money back. You know, they're not trying to scalp or anything. They're not knocking anything off because they know that it's hard to get knife probably. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I don't know if they have extra stuff too. Some people buy hardware kits and shit they might have installed or whatever. And then, you know, $200 just kind of is a whatever price they came up with. So yeah, I think that's fine. As long as it's in good shape, you know what I mean? I will say I just got a package today from Kubi, and I think it has the prototypes of the new Fireball Integral. So we did integrals on the Fireball because I wanted to get rid of the strap, the back strap. And so that's how we did it. And we did the integral in two different ways. We did a camo carbon integral, and then we also did a titanium integral with inlays. So I'm excited about that. I also have the updated prototype of the Mad Dog. So those will be slotted in line once I get those unboxed and shit. I just want to focus on the Growler right now, and then I'll get into that other stuff once I, you know, get that all sorted. But yeah, anyway, there you go. Fireball, $200 is a good deal, I think. Somebody else was selling, I think Brian, BEEDC, he was selling a Blade Show Growler, or not Growler, a Blade Show Fireball, like the Zircuti one. So if anybody's looking for one of those, I know he was selling it. I don't know if he still has it, but feel free to hit him up and ask. Personally, I will always opt for the higher performance steel. Totally understand that. Most will sell out tomorrow, I would think. I don't know. We'll see. White Mountain Knives doesn't really advertise. Like, I'm probably doing all the marketing for this. You know, they post like one reel, and I don't know if they maybe send an email out. I don't even know if they've done that on this one. So, and they don't send any samples out other than the ones I send, which is kind of in conjunction with them. So that's fair. But I don't know. I think if you're looking to get one, I think you'll be able to get the one you want. If they all sell out tomorrow, I mean, I guess that's a good thing for us. It just means we need to make sure we order more next time. But I think it's going to be like a good number of knives. I think it'll be perfect. So I think the people who want one will get one. They'll get the one they want or close to the one they want. And there'll be some available for, you know, a week or two. That would be the best case scenario, I think, for everyone. You know, maybe a couple versions sell out tomorrow. Like the DLC polish will probably be gone. That's the one I would expect to sell quickly. But we'll see. Will you have kits on your site or only White Mountain Knives? So everything is on White Mountain Knives for this knife. So it's their exclusive model. So everything goes through White Mountain Knives. I do have parts and stuff for like warranty. So you guys can hit us up if you ever have a problem. But for buying them and whatnot, you want to go to White Mountain Knives. I do have a couple of kits left over from, he sent me one of each, so I could show it to you guys in my first video. So I do have, like, you know, a couple different ones, but I put, you know, like I put the blue crystal on here. I think Dylan got the Zircuti. I I think Jared got the purple crystal. Colin got the brass. The brass, and then Casey got the copper. So I only have a couple different. I think I have like purple and maybe regular blue and dark wash and like stuff like that. I don't have any of the fancy ones. So, I might be able to help somebody get a kit, but it's, it's not going to be the Zircuti or whatever. Same with handle materials. I won't even consider G10, and it's rare that I even go for my Carta. Tie and carbon only, just my personal preference. Yeah, that's pretty much how I am these days. My Carta I can get into sometimes. It's kind of the same exact thing. Yeah. Have you decided on a steel for the big boy? No, I think this is going to help for that. Like on the Growler XL, we did 154 cm, and I think that was actually a good steel for this knife. And so I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. What do you guys think? Do you want the big boy in S90V or 154 cm, or, obviously there's other steels, but with Kubi, we find those are the two best options. There's no reason to do S35 because it costs damn near as close to S90V. I don't really like M390. 14C makes no sense when you can get 154. This is the big boy. So let me know what steel you guys are looking at. You would want, sorry. I think Colin sent it, Loot, if you're still watching. Maybe, hold on. I'll try to get it sent tonight. Okay, cool. Thanks. I don't got money for knives till the 5th, so I'll be missing out. Damn, dude. Well, hopefully there'll be some left and you'll be able to get one on the 5th. That would be my hope, sir. I hope to get the reverse tux DLC tie. I missed out on the PM2 Tanto. Okay. There's a PM2 Tanto drop or something? Aren't those like always available at Blade HQ? I was lucky to get the PM2 Tanto. The BHQ website was super buggy. That queue was total trash. Oh, okay. So I guess they just dropped those. I got 440 gems. Unk alert. J Slick. What up, dude? 10 gems. I almost said 100. 10 gems from Mike. Hell yeah, dude. It says gold coin. Let me give you guys your fireworks. Okay, I see. It's blending in with my shirt. That's why it's having a hard time. There we go. Kevin, thanks for the help with the bronze hardware, brother. Great service. Oh, no problem, man. Yeah. Let me know when you get that, if everything's good. Hopefully that takes care of you, man. Fireworks. 400 gems. Heck yeah, man. Train wreck. That reminds me, is Dale here? Dale, you here, man? Paul Mills, I cut my hair myself also. Heck yeah, man. 500 gems from Joe. Damn, 500 gems. Yes, sir. Collecting them gems, baby. Even at zirconium tier, it took an hour to finally purchase the PM2, and I was on right at the first drop. Total shit show. So you guys are all just trying to get a PM2 Tanto? Really? Those are like hard to get on drops. Ugly ass PM2 Tanto. How about the name PK Ripper? PK Ripper. PK Ripper. You mean like in general? There's a lot of knives, I think, with the name Ripper, though. There's Rosie's Ripper, and then I think there's another one. And then there's like Gripper. There's a lot of Grippers and Rippers. So I don't know. I'd probably skip the Ripper name. Blackfoot, wasn't that a freestyle bike from the 80s? I don't know. I had a Dave Mira was it a 540 Air? I think it was called. Was it the 540 Air? I don't know. It was fucking yellow and it had a white seat. It was I almost said Harley. Is it Haro? Was it Haro? Is that the name of the company? I can't remember now. But I had the Dave Mira 540 Air. I love that thing, man. I thought I was so cool. That was when they came out with the they had two, right? They had the Dave Mira, and then they had like the dirt bike one. It wasn't actually a dirt bike, it was a BMX bike, but it was that guy, was it Lundquist or something, like Nyquist or something. I think it was him. He had a bike too with them at the same time, and I had the Dave Mira, and it was yellow. And some fucking dude I knew, his brother stole it, and because I was over at his house hanging out, and his scuzzy ass brother stole the bike because he needed a bike to ride to the shore. We live like an hour and a half by car from like the Jersey Shore, and this motherfucker rode my bike all the way to the shore. Probably took him like 8 hours or like a fucking day. And then I don't know what he did with it, but I never got it back. I was pissed. I had to restart this video because I was rambling. Continued to make a 56-minute video. Yeah, man, it could have been an hour and a half, though. You know what I mean? Count your lucky stars, brother. Could have been worse. Kev, the only Divo I did not like was a Growler V1. It was the deployment. How would you compare the new ones to the V1? I would not compare the new ones to the V1. The V1, in my opinion, was a piece of shit. All right. Now, don't get me wrong. At the time, we thought it was a good budget offering. And that's really what it was. It was a $75 knife. Like, we were trying to make a like very affordable, under $100 budget knife. It was our second knife, right? Like, we did the Stout, and then we did the Growler. And we basically used the, some of the profits from the Stout, and we did the Growler. We didn't have to do a pre-order or anything. And we teamed up with White Mountain on it. And that one went to Shieldon Knives. They OEM'd the Growler V1. And they were an absolute train wreck, unfortunately. And there's just some stuff on the Growler V1 that I'm not very happy about to this day. I will never work with Shieldon again. I wouldn't recommend anybody work with them. I wouldn't buy any of their knives. I think the guy, I don't know if he tried to reach out, a couple of years ago or something, and apologize or something. I can't remember, but at the time, like the issues they had, the bad QC, we probably had to scrap like 100 knives out of, I don't even remember how many we had. It was probably like 300 or 400 we had, and we had to scrap 100 of them. That's how bad it was. And then they didn't want to do anything about it. They ended up doing something for White Mountain Knives. They gave him like a credit on their knives for his shop or whatever. I can't remember, but it was a shit show. And this is what happens when you start a business. Like, you have to learn shit. And that knife was a huge learning experience for Colin and I. And I don't think we would have as good of knives that we do now if it wasn't for the Growler V1. So like, I appreciate the experience, but you just can't compare them. It's not apples to apples. The Growler V1 is like, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's $75 knife. That's how you got to look at it versus something that's much, much better. Especially the V3, because the V3, you know, we stepped it up another notch, right? Like the V2 was a huge improvement from the V1. You're talking consistent QC. You're talking great detent, great deployment, you know, all that stuff. The contouring versus no contouring. Just, yeah, night and day. And now it's a whole nother level up from that. So you're just not even in the same ballpark. Yeah, that's the best way for me to explain it. But you know, I could understand for somebody who bought a V1, you know, maybe they would be a little skeptical. I don't know. I feel like the community gave us a break on the V1. Like, I really do think this. You guys, reviewers, whatever, I think people could have been a lot harsher on us on the V1. Like, obviously we did our best. We did everything we thought made sense and everything. It's just, again, you got to learn shit when you start a business. And the improvement in knives and OEMs from then to now is a whole nother conversation. Like, what you would get from an OEM 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and what you get now from an OEM, at least a reputable OEM, is like night and day. You know, I think so many of us have proven that these OEMs, these manufacturers, they can actually make like good money, consistent money off of brands that are you know, designing stuff and selling it themselves versus them licensing everything, because that's the way it was, really. The boutique style brands there weren't that many of them 5 years ago. Now they're everywhere, right? So it's really pushed the manufacturers to get better. And then I think like the brands themselves, like us, you know, like all of them, Arcane, Knife Standards, Vero, the list goes on and on and on, Tempest, etc. I think we've all really pushed these OEMs to get better, and they've really stepped up. Like, the quality of knife we get from Kubi is kind of crazy for what what you're paying, we're paying, whatever, compared to, again, 4 years ago or whatever. So yeah, you can't really compare it. I would just tell you to try it. That's the best way to say it. But yes, the deployment is totally different on the sorry, I went on a whole thing there. If you look at the V1 and then you look at this, you will see the difference in the hole. The hole was too big on the V1. So on the V1, what would happen is you would put your finger in there and your finger could almost go through the hole, and then you would get too much of your finger in the hole, and like it doesn't work as well to flick it. On this, your finger rests just inside and you can really fire it out. It's a totally different feeling. It's actually kind of like if anybody's had a Rosie before, like the Oz Machine Company Roosevelt, like the most popular knife ever. The hole on that is actually kind of not my favorite, because it, like, you can put your finger too far. You just have to learn where to rest it, you know, and that's how the Growler V1 was. You had to learn like how to flick it. This is going to be way more natural for you. So, okay, I'll shut up about that. Just give it a shot if you don't mind giving it another try. I think you'll like it. Yeah, basically the only thing the V1 did well was it was like a really good cutter. Like it was a very good user knife for $75. You know what I mean? So it did have that going for it. What is Kubi's HRC on the S90 V3? So yeah, they sent me a picture of the punch, you know, the HRC machine and shit. And the S90V was at 61.4. I could probably show you if you want. Let me see. Can I pull it up with HRC or do I have to? Fuck. I got to scroll back through all this shit. I always try to remember, like, who did I send this to? Because that would speed things up. I could just find the email. Oh, you know what? I did. I sent it to Kubi. HRC testing. The previous one is for the S90V. This is the 154. So here's the 154. You can see it's just shy of 62. I call it 61.7. Pause for you guys to see that. I call that 61.7 on the 154. And then I just got to find the previous one. Okay. So here is the small boy. The small boy is showing 61.5. I just figure I'll show you while I'm here. That's the small boy you can see there. There's the punch or whatever, the machine, sorry. 61.5 on that one. And then, shit, I just had it. There we go. Here we go. And then the Growler V3 S90V. I call this one, oh, it's a little less than, I think it's 61.1. What did I say? 61.4, my bad. Maybe that was the small boy when I said that. But you can see Growler right here. You can see it's hanging over the 1 or the 61 mark there. Just over the 61. So 61.1, something like that. So as long as those are accurate, oh, this isn't charging. As long as those are accurate, then they're all well within spec. The pop also, yeah, the pop camo is dope. Kev, are you starring in the next Tron movie? I don't know why. What is it? What's that about? The haircut or what? I want I want to know why that's funny. I want 154 for Growler V3, but S90 for Big Boy. Okay. Well, you can get 154 for the Growler. So you'll get your wish there. 154 CM has been excellent on my XL. Awesome. That 154 CM on my Growler XL sharpened up nice. Yeah, he's about to. Okay, cool. 154 CM for the win. Gotcha. Appreciate you. Van X would be cool. Yeah. The problem with Van X for Kubi is they said it can only come in certain thicknesses, and then they want to change the blade thickness to 3 millimeters. Or no, wait, is it 4? It's something like too big or too small. It just doesn't make sense. They can't just do whatever you need, which is weird to me. Maybe they don't want to waste it, or I don't know what the deal is, but you guys know I'm a big Van X guy. But anything we do with Riot, we basically always do in Van X. So we kind of have that covered there. So it's kind of nice to have different steels. You know, we kind of have the S90 premium Kubi. We have the 154 CM mid-range Kubi, and then we have the Riot Van X stuff. Yeah, Magnamax, that's one I don't know anything about at this point, and I haven't seen it available. So, you know, I know Laren doesn't really like to have his stuff on Chinese-made knives, so I kind of try to respect that by not using it. I want to save MagnaCut for a USA-made knife if we ever have one. But now at this point, I guess it would be Magnamax. So maybe we should have used MagnaCut because now there's something different. So I don't know. It's sold out quick. What, dude? The PM2, you're saying? PM2 Tanto is king. That thing is so ugly, dude. I'm sorry, but yeah, I don't get that. Hottest knife right now? Seriously? The PM2? We're talking about the same knife, right? Hold on, I just had one. Didn't they send me one? I think Blade HQ sent me one like a couple months ago, and I was like, oh, okay. Hold on. Come on, keyboard. Blade HQ. Whoops. Excuse me. All right. Keyboard. Let's do this, son. Let's work. All right, there we go. Fucking hottest knife right now. Can't be true. It can't be true. Where's this stupid ass thing? Really? Flip flops? Okay. All right. Okay. You guys all used my link, right? When you got one? Come on. What's up with the horizontal scroll wheel not working? Appalachian Jack? Hey, Rose Crap. I didn't get one of those. What the hell? Jack Wolf Knives Stockman. That one is cool, by the way. I don't even see it here. All right, let's just try this. PM2 Tanto. The ugliest knife ever. Yeah, look at this thing, dude. This thing is fugly. So they just have it in a bunch of different, is it like the Sprint Run shit? You can't get it in any steel? Coming soon, out of stock. Yeah, okay, all right. I swear they sent me one of these. I think it was this one. Or maybe it was this one. I don't even remember. Or maybe they sent me a regular PM2. I don't know now. No, I'm forgetting. But 3 years? Oh, okay. So they're just like not getting a lot of them, I guess, on purpose. Or Spyderco's not making them, you know? It's the best Spyderco of all time. No, dude, it's not. The best Spyderco of all time is probably the Native 5. It's the only one I own, by the way. I got a Thunderbird V radial instead. Is that this one? It is. No, wait, this has an inlay or something. They told me it got delayed or something like that. Which reminds me, I need to do a video unboxing this one. It's been out a while. The Xander. I have a few knives here I need to get to. I forgot. I even have the American Blade Works, whatever that was. The newest one. It was like a top liner lock. I really need to make more videos. I just never have time, man. Brutal. PK Ripper Street BMX Legend from 80s. Oh, okay. No, I don't know what that is. I think they're still around. Loot, almost 44 months, almost 4 years. Damn, son. I have a shield and growler. You do? Yeah, like I said, man, I'm almost like embarrassed about that knife. So it's kind of the knife we don't talk about, you know what I mean? What was the company Kev mentioned? Shieldin. I don't even think do they even make shit anymore? I don't know. They lost all credibility with me after that. And I definitely didn't shy away from telling people. So I don't know. Loving the new Growler V3. S90V reverse tux. Got it in hand. And oh my God, so good. Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate you, Fred. Yeah, I'm really happy with how they came out. They literally came out exactly the way we wanted them to, and that, you know, that's hard to get because usually there's something, you know, that you just can't get right. Why are we talking BMX decades later? Now it's rad blades. What? Rad blades? What's that? I always see the kids with fat tires on their bikes now instead of the BMX bikes. V1 pocket clip was the biggest issue for me. Yeah? Okay. And for the record, White Mountain Knives takes pride in their business reputation. 100%. I mean, I hope so. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Well, okay, maybe somebody does, but they should. I'm not sure what you're referencing. At least I never said anything about them not taking their whatever it was, reputation. Really did get our vision executed well. What knife are we talking about here? Now I'm curious. What custom are you talking about, Fred? I would love to know. Let's see. Yo, what up, dude? Do you have no? If I had them all, I would show you. I had a video, or I made a video showing all of them, and then I had to send them off to reviewers. So the way I usually do it with White Mountain is when we have an exclusive model like this, I'll have him send me like a set of all of them, and then I will use those to send out to reviewers. And I'll keep one or two, and then Colin will keep one, and then the rest go out to reviewers as review samples or whatever. And I'll put one in pass around and shit like that. So I do not have them anymore. 61.4. Yeah, I think it was 61.1. Close enough. Well, I shouldn't say that because maybe there's some, difference, but it's well within the 60 to 62. That's what I care about. That's the polish. No, that's the belt satin DLC. The polish is like a freaking mirror. Check out my video. It's from the other day. I can get you the link. You can really see the polish DLC is literally out of control. Amazing. Give me a damn link, son. It's gonna start. It's fine. Oh, you know what? I can just show you. I will show you. I don't know how far behind I am in the chat right now, so I'm putting the link for the video. That was at 11:38. It's 10 minutes ago. It's not terrible. Let me share the video and I'll show you the polish because it really is nice. It's very nice. 154 cm seems to take the polish the best, like even better than when we do M390 on it. I think it was the first one I did, right? Because I was excited about it. Yeah. Where yeah, this is going to be a winner, guys.
Look at that.
You got plenty of lock bar access, so having that DLC polished lock bar should not make much of a difference. Not going to be like slippery. Let's see if I did any.
There we go.
I'm a total dork. DLC polish on the accents as well and on the hardware. Yeah, this is going to be a winner, guys. You got plenty of lock bar access, so having that DLC polish lock bar should not make much of a difference. Not going to be like slippery and make it difficult to disengage. Yeah, I'm still getting in there, no problem. Reverse flick is still money. And then, of course, we have the front flip. And we went with the binge style front flipper. We just, with this design, had to push it out a little bit. If you guys were paying attention along the way, we did a few prototypes of the V3. Clean it up a little bit, get you guys a nice look at this beautiful mirror polished.
Look at that.
154 CM. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry. I'm a total dork. All right. That should take care of it right there. You can see it's freaking amazing. The 154 CM, and it's just the fact that this knife, specifically, this knife has a massive blade. Like compared to most standard size knives, the tall ass blade, when you put a mirror polish on it, it's just like crazy. When we did the mirror polish on the XL, this is not that. This is the belt satin again, just like the one I have here. But look at the size of this blade. When we did it in mirror polish, it was nasty. You know, maybe some of you guys have that one. I don't know. But yeah, if you're looking for the polish, don't worry. It is real nice, Clark. It is real nice, Clark. Now, this is belt satin because S90V, they can't polish it well. And I figured, you know what? Instead of doing M390, I don't want to confuse people with 3 steel options. Let's just do a belt satin DLC, which I really like. Yes, I have it right here, and I was going to show it. I just need to get a second to not be talking about the Growler. This is the Knife Standards Pillow Mint. We're going to look at that here shortly. I just want to try to catch up, and then we'll do that. That was the only one who didn't like the Tanto, rather a Warney. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like the PM2 very much. Just I'm a big blade to handle ratio guy, and the PM2 just seems off for me. And I've never really liked the quality on Spyderco, like Colorado knives. I don't know. It's probably just me, but it is what it is. I wasn't going to try to buy it. I just wanted to look at it and see like what's all the fuss about. It's hideous to me, but hey, it's in Magnamax. That's kind of cool if that's what it is. I got a Vero Protect collab in Magnamax. Oh, that's cool. I don't know anything about that steel really. Is it any good? Or is it just hype? The whole site crashed. Is hell broke loose? Are the different tiers of memberships for the Spyderco Tanto PO2? I don't know anything about that. TJ, what up? Need some more. Why can't I read? Need me some sprinkle flops. I don't know why I couldn't read that. Sorry, dude. Desert Warrior flops. Yeah, I don't know. Got a couple BP customs in Magnamax. Okay. Yeah, somebody tell me about the steel. Is it like other than the just hype marketing, like anybody use it and see and you know, give me some feedback. I'd be curious. Hogue also has a knife in Magnamax. I heard there is a fella that created 12 accounts to buy 2 per on the Tanto. Where'd you hear that? Like he just told everybody? I think it was just about getting first dibs. Okay. The PM2 has a nasty hollow grind. I think you're messing with me, Dirty Dan. I think you're messing with me, dude. We all know nothing beats the Medford knife Is that what it is? Medford MK, or is that no Montana Knife Company? The folding knife perfected. I saw that video, dude. They were serious on that video. Has anybody handled one of those? I asked one of the CNC guys there because he used to work at I forget the name of the place. They shank knives. So shank knives in Idaho, we had them. They were gonna make the growler for us in like the US growler. They made us prototypes based on the guy I'm talking about. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. He's like their CAD guy, and he did a great job on our prototypes. But then he was leaving, and that place was a shit show. I think they shut down since then. And he went to Montana Knife Company, and he was on the team, I think, that worked on the folding knife. So I reached out to him like a month ago, and I was like, hey, man, is there any way I could get one of those to just check out? Like, I just wanted to look at it. I was like, I'll send it back or whatever. And he was just like, I'll let the whatever lady know, and, you know, whatever. Nothing ever happened. But, yeah, that knife looks suspect to me, like very, I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to handle one before, you know, passing judgment, but it seems more like a let's just get the fanboys to buy our knife kind of thing. Or, you know, they sell a lot of fixed blades. So, you know, you're talking about, you know, we're talking about guys who buy the what's the name of that company? Damn. Like the Buck 110, you know, like those guys. That's who they want to buy their knife, I think. I also don't know how much it is or anything, so I should probably look into it a little more. I really like my Para 3. Manix 2 is meh. Were they first company you tried to make your first knife? No, the first company was QSP. Actually, I think we had QSP and Kunwu make us prototypes. And Kunwu they couldn't deliver like a good prototype. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like the design, like the way they did it was good, all of that, but like, you know, we got like 4 of them or something. 3 of them were like, and then 1 worked well. And it was like, oh, well, what if we order these and then, you know, we have a bunch that are not great, you know, so we wanted consistent quality too. So we ended up going with QSP, and they did a good job on the V1 Stout. Now that I look back at the V1 Stout, it's not quite as bad as the Growler V1, but obviously, you know, we saw a lot of things we could improve on the V2 as for the Stout as well. But the V1 was a good knife, stout. Anyway, QSP did a good job for us on the first one. Then they just started pricing themselves out, and then they also had more QC problems than I liked. Like, you know, we would have, let's say we ordered 300 knives, right? Like we would have 10 or 15 with issues, you know, where when we started working with Best Tech and Kubi, we would like, you know, we'd have like 1 or 2 that we'd have to pull out. And then we'd have, you know, a few come back for whatever reason. That's a huge difference than having to take 15 or 20 knives out during QC. It just sucks because then you got to sit there and go through them and try to fix them. And it's just a huge pain in the ass. I would much rather just have all the knives be perfect. So, yeah, I don't know. LTK did a review and stopped in the middle when he tried to take it apart. I said it was awful shielded. I said it was awful. I said it was also shielded. I don't know. Yeah, I know a lot of people had an issue getting the freaking pivot out because I don't think they did a captive pivot on it. Or no, they did. Oh, I remember. You know what? I don't even want to think about it right now. The captive pivot thing was a nightmare on that knife. Yeah, I remember now. Like, it was supposed to be captive, and then they made the captive piece out of the micarta, and it would just literally like break off when you went to things. So then they tried adding this kind of like plate in there with the liner, and that never worked right. And oh my God, the V1 Growler was a freaking nightmare, dude. Ow. Yeah, I hate that knife with a passion, honestly. And I will, like I said, it really just soured me on shielding completely. Yeah, we've come an extremely long way from the Growler V1. There's no other way to put it. Like, yeah, like, but that experience, the Growler V1, is the reason that I am like fucking OCD about every detail on our knives. You know, like when we're locking in on a design during the initial phase, during the prototype phase, and then like when we're finalizing the order and we have to make sure everything's perfect on the order sheet and all that shit, like I am like, you know, I'm like eagle eye focused on every little detail because I had that experience on the Growler V1. So again, it was a helpful experience. Just sucks that it had to happen. The shipment of Thunderbird V was lost apparently, so the drop on their site is delayed. Some will be available from other vendors though. Okay. Gotcha. Can't wait for the Growler drop tomorrow. Dark Wash. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. I've been looking at LeftyEDC on the secondary. Different looking blade shape, but I dig it. Okay. LeftyEDC. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Kind of reminds me of their older stuff, you know? I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day, when we started, man, they had some goofy shit, and they had like weird screws and shit. But I was a big fan. One of the knives that I bought was one of my first knives was the Rectifier. Oh, they don't even have it on their site, dude. Rectifier. Yeah, this is it right here, dude. I think it even had a G10 show side, and I thought it was so cool. This is the one I had right here, the green. I freaking loved that knife. Rectifier. Dude, my like initial my initial collection back in 2018 or 2019, it was before COVID, but it was 2019 that I got into knives like pretty deep. I started watching like Nick Shabazz and shit. I had a Bug Out. I had a Kershaw Atmos. I had a Para 3. I think it was the Blurple G10 with the S110V. I had the Rectifier, and then I had the Boker FR Flipper, I think it was. It was the what's that guy's name? Brad Zinker. It was his model. It was in Cocobolo. Oh my God. Yeah, I had like 5 knives and I rotated the shit out of those suckers. And then I got a Benchmade, you know, the one everybody had, 940 Osborne. I got a 940. And then what else did I get? I got a ZT. Oh yeah, that's another one I got. That was my first, like, the first knife I paid over $200 for. I think I paid $250, or no, maybe it was $189. I don't remember. but it was the ZT0450CF. Is it Brad? Is it Brad Zinkovich? Whatever that guy is. Something Zinkovich. ZT0450CF. That thing is thick behind the edge, dude. It was a terrible cutter. Absolutely terrible. Vosny told me their shipment. Okay, we talked about that. Nimble delayed until September. What happened to the Nimble? There was a Nimble? Okay. They're doing did he do like a regular Nimble drop? Because that would be kind of cool to do, just like old school Nimble drop. That'd be cool. Should be available at vendor sites. Okay, got it. The only new knives that I know that Shieldon has made were those DC blade knives. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's all I remember too. The DLC on the hardware and clip backspacer is what decided it for me. I'm going to try and snag one. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's at least if you're talking about this, it's DLC on hardware and all the accents and on the blade. So just the handle is bead blast. The rest is all DLC. And their DLC is very good. I've abused the shit out of some DLC knives. Ever since we started being able to get DLC with Kubi, we've done a shit ton of it. And I've loved every second of it. Let's see. Keep trying to catch up. Kev, keep knocking it out of the park since getting in the game. I've picked up 8 Divos. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. When you do the dark mode, make it polished. Sick. Well, you got to talk to Eric over at Blade Binge. He's the one deciding what they do. And, I try to get them to do more colorful shit. Like whenever they do the dark mode, I try to get them to do teal accents. I really want to see the dark mode camo with DLC and then teal titanium accents. I think it would be amazing. But they like to go with the more subtle accents because they want the carbon to pop, which I get. And I mean, it seems to work. Like they sold out all of their small boys and they ordered 200 of those suckers. Yeah, you guys killed it on the small boy drop. Thank you so much. Mirror polished DLC blades are the best. Yeah, they're the best to look at, in my opinion, but I don't necessarily want to carry it. You know what I mean? So, like, I'd rather carry the DLC belt satin and then have the cool polished blade to, like, show off. You know what I mean? I bought a couple Shieldon scythe. I like them. Yeah. That's the one we were just talking about. The XL was cool in titanium. I haven't talked to Tier 1 in a while. Justin, the DC Blades guy. I hope they're doing well. I always liked him. I got one of the pillow mints. Oh, yeah, we got to do that. What time is it? Man, I was trying to catch up, and I didn't. Blade HQ had tiers, and everyone was trying to get first dibs on the knife, so the site crashed. Why do they have tiers? How did that work? I'm curious. Skipping ahead a little bit so I can catch up. I really want to show you guys the mint. I haven't looked at it yet. When can we expect the 11-inch tall giant XL tall boy? So those are going to be a TPK exclusive. So Austin over there picked up the Mega Boy. That one we actually put the order in last week, and deposit was sent. So that sucker is in production. We put an order in with camo carbon. We're hoping those will be in for like the holidays. With Kubi and camo carbon, I'm guessing, it's going to be, 5 months at minimum probably. So hopefully we can get them for the holidays. But those are in and they're being made. We ordered, I think, 200 of them. So we did 4 versions, 50 of each. And that's it. Because it's an 11-inch knife. We don't know how many people are going to buy that, especially for the price. You know what I mean? It's not going to be cheap. It's also not going to be $1,000 like they were at Blade Show. That was because we paid that much for the prototypes. I think the price, we're trying to keep it so it'll be under 400. Trying to get it to like 350. I think that's like our goal, is trying to get it around 350. And again, we're talking about this knife, but another 2 inches. That's what she said. So this is a 4-inch blade and a 9-inch knife. The Mega Boy is a 5-inch blade and an 11-inch knife. So it adds another 2 inches to this, an inch here and an inch here. It's just a lot of material. You know what I mean? It's just, you can't get around it. The Big Boy obviously adds a lot of material too. Like, just look at here we go. Here's the Tall Boy. So this is the standard version. And then here's the Big Boy. I mean, you can see the difference, right? This is just adding 1/2 inch on the blade and a 1/2 inch on the handle. So it's adding an inch overall. You're going from 8 inches to 9 inches. So she said, you can definitely tell the difference. If you compare it to the Small Boy, you can see how much material you have that's extra. So it costs a little bit more to do the big ass knives. It's not that bad on like the Big Boy here, but once you get to the Mega, you're talking like 2 or 3 times the amount of material compared to the regular version. So that's why it's like 350 probably, which is actually really good, because I thought it was going to be like 5. So that's why we ordered 200 instead of a shit ton. On the Big Boy, we're going to do a bigger order. So what's your favorite of the Growler 3s? I think it's this one. I love this chevron pattern. It's just dope. And I love a belt satin DLC. The belt satin DLC really has taken over for me. I used to be a diehard belt satin guy, which I still am. But now I always add the DLC if I can, because it holds up amazingly, So yeah. I think that Montana Knife Company knife is 400. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck? What's wrong with them? I just got the Manix 2 and Magnamax. Spyderco did a real good job on it. Super slicey and tremendous edge retention. Laren calling it the stainless K390. Holy shit, that would be amazing. Stainless K390. That's fucking nuts, dude. Sorry. Pardon my French. That reminds me, we did a prototype in K390. I can't remember what it was. I think it's the Tall Boy V2. We didn't get them yet, but I think we ordered those in K390 just to see. Magnamax 64.6. That's so cool. Sweet political ads interrupting the live. Sorry, dude. I set it to the lowest amount of ads that I can, other than no ads, because I want a little bit of ads, trying to make a little bit of money here. But I do set it to the least amount of ads as possible. What I recommend is you get YouTube Premium or whatever, because that's what I have. I never watch ads. Vern, that sounds cool. Okay. My V1 is and will be the only shield-in I ever. There you go. I like the first Growler 2 better. XL even more. Laugh out loud. Great trajectory. Yeah. The V3 I think you'll like even more, to be honest. The front flipper adds a lot. The only thing I will be honest with you guys. The only thing I don't like about the front flipper versus the version without it, although I need to get a V2 to tell. I guess I have the XL. Hold on, let me test this out real quick. Yeah, see, it's the front flipper. You know, I like to be honest with you guys, right? So my summer like shorts, the way that they're set up, the front pocket is on an angle. So this pocket doesn't go straight down, right? Like the seam of it doesn't go straight down. It goes like to here. It goes like to here, and then it starts angling this way. So when I put this in my pocket, it doesn't just go straight down. It has to go down and then turn and get pushed forward. When you have a knife like this with no front flipper or anything, you put it in and it does it automatically. It automatically adjusts and slides down. With this front flipper, with all the jimping on it, we have jimping all the way up the front, on the top, and down the back. When I put it in my pocket, I don't know if you heard that, but it catches on this. My shorts have this like netting. It's like a netting material instead of like denim or whatever the hell they use on jeans and shit. So the front flipper jimping actually grabs at that netting. So what I have to do is I put it in on an angle and then I slide it back. So that's how I put it in my pocket now. I just go like this, one-handed, I'll push it in, and then I'll like just work it back to the back of the pocket, and then it's fine. So that's my one gripe on the Growler V3. So if you have like normal pants, not like mine with the weird angle and the net, I think it's mostly the material. So I think it's because my pockets they're sewed together with that netted material to be like lightweight and breathable. I think that's why it catches on that shit, because it doesn't catch on anything else. If I wear khakis or whatever, it's not a problem. I just wear these a lot in the summer, so I've noticed it. I should try. I think it does the same thing with the binge. Yep. Yeah, the binge does the same thing, but it's a little smaller, so I can just angle it and it goes right in. The Growler, I have to like put in up here and then just pull it back. Do I have any other ones with it? Where's the Lush? This has some jimping here too. So I guess it's really a front flipper thing. It's not a Growler thing. Yeah, if I go like all the way to the back of the pocket, it works fine, honestly. But the binge does it too. So it's just the front flipper style, or maybe front flipper in general. I don't really carry any other knives but ours right now, so you know, nimble with Vanker lock. Interesting. Okay, so it's a Vosteed knife. Got it. I was wondering why they both had issues. Let me keep skipping here. I'm on my third Divo. Awesome equipment. Sick, dude. Thank you so much. I want teal tie accents on all dark modes. I agree. I need to get them to at least, I'm going to start ordering teal accents. I think I did on the MASH. On the MASH V3, which we're like placing the order for now, I'm pretty sure that I actually added some teal accents this time, because I'm like, people would want this for their dark mode. So why don't I just sell it? Because they don't want to, I guess. They don't like to complicate things, which is totally fair. You know, and some people just don't like all the color that I do or some of us do. So it's just, you know, a matter of taste. But I figured I might as well get some teal accents. Even if I just put it on my own mash. Got a small boy from White Mountain. Love it. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Will White Mountain have a lot of hardware kits? So it depends on. So here's the thing with the hardware kits. It depends on the material. So like they're not going to have a million Zircuti kits. So it just depends. If you're like overall, yeah, like when I put those orders together, the way I look at it is I kind of compare the number of kits to the number of knives, right? So if we order 300 knives and I have 150 kits, I kind of have to question that and figure out how to remove some, because there's no way half the people that buy a knife are going to put a kit on it, right? It's not something that everybody does. So I have to be careful with that when I'm ordering the kits. So like I think with Zircuti, I think there's 30 of them. I think there's 30 Zircuti kits, and then there's like 10 purple and 10 blue crystal tie. Because when we ordered these a year ago, we were still unsure how crystal tie would go. Now I would order more, but I can't go back in time. So we did 10 each of those. And then we did like all the other colors and shit. So yeah, it just depends on what you're looking for. But overall, there's probably like 80 or 100 kits, and there's 500 knives, which is, I think, is a good ratio. So we just have to be careful with that. We used to just order, I think, 20 Zircuti kits. On the small boy, we did 50. On this one, we did 30. So I don't know. We'll see. On the small boy, we had the Zircuti kits for, like, they didn't sell out in the first 10 seconds. You know, we had them for like a couple hours at least. So the people who really care that wanted to get a kit, they're going to show up early and try to get it, you know? Joe, what up, dude? It's cracking, Joe. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Trying to get to this pillow mint if you're still watching. Will the big boy come out this year? No. Nah, there's no way. Sorry. The mega boy might. The big boy won't. That one's, we have the Mash V3, the Nip V2. We are doing, it looks like we're going to do a limited batch of tall boys. So we had a couple dealers ask us if they could do a limited, like, tall boy, kind of like the, you know, Spyderco sprint run stuff, I guess, except not really. So there's going to be 2 dealers and then us, and, you know, we're all going to have some tall boys, and we'll do the drop. Hopefully, it looks like it's going to be for the holidays if we can pull it off. I'm in the process of putting all that shit together, so, you know, it may not happen, but it looks like it's going to happen. So there might be a small drop. When I say small, it's probably going to be like 500 knives, 500 tall boys around the holidays. So anyway, Mash V3, tall boy V1, 0.5, Nip V2, and then I think big boy is behind that one. And then we have the Mad Dog. We have some other shit too we need to do. So it's just, we just got to get there. Heading to bed later, Jesse. Good to see you, dude. Order 200 each of big boy. It's going to sell out. No. So yeah, I just hope you're not mixing up big boy and mega boy. I totally understand why you would. Big boy is this one. We're going to order plenty of these. Don't worry about that. The mega boy, I think 200 is plenty. Plenty. If those sell out instantly and like at $350 or whatever, they sell out fast, okay, then Austin's going to want to order more right away. You know what I mean? So we don't have to worry about that. But I don't think that'll happen. I think that'll be a slow burner just because it's so massive. We were kind of just doing it for fun, to be honest. Will the big boy be available through multiple dealers? Yes. Yes. The big boy will be an open design. That's kind of how I call those. It's not exclusive to one dealer. MKC are very proud of their knives. Good, good. Said Stevie, 56 months, dude. Yo, I think you're the GOAT, man. I think you're the GOAT. I should probably look at that sometime. Who's the longest tenured member? Gotta be Stevie. Rabbit Hole EDC. I love that name. That's sick. Premium is the way to go. Okay. This whole time I just got the second. Ads aren't that bad. Just get YouTube Premium, man. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, you're talking about YouTube. Duh. I was thinking you were talking about the blade steel thing. I wasn't blaming you, Kev. It's YouTube. Yeah, well, you, okay? Just kidding. I mean, it is me partially because I'm the one who decides if there's ads or not. But like I said it to the least amount because, you know, I need a little bit of that money, but I don't want to make you guys watch ads all day or all live. But I do expect people who care that much to just pay for YouTube Premium. Like if you care that much about ads, just pay for it, you know? I'm like, I watch a good amount of YouTube. It's worth every penny of the premium. Is that extra material on the side pocket? If so, that's fire. Yes, please. Extra material on the side pocket. What? Oh, yeah, you mean for the yeah. So it's reinforced. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, all of the pants from off the grid surplus is reinforced. I used to talk about the brand all the time, but I feel like people didn't care, so I stopped raving about it. But they're the only pants that I wear. I'll do a real quick off-topic rant. Off the grid surplus. So these guys, hands down, make the best pants for EDC. You can argue with me if you want. Go ahead, but you cannot get better pants than these for EDC. So I have a discount code. If anybody wants it, it's 15% off. They also have a thing like if you buy like 3 pairs, you can use this code or that code and you get like 30% off. It's a really good chunk. Let me just grab the code for you guys and the link. Where is this shit? What is it? 20% off? 15. All right. All right, there we go. I'll drop it in the chat for you. So my recommendation is on pants, get either one. You can get the Trailblazers. If you're not fat, you can get the regular ones. I think I have to get the taper fit because I'm fat, and they don't go up to higher sizes in the boot cut or the standard fit. But these are really good. What I love about it is their khakis have a little bit of spandex in it or whatever. So there's some stretch in it. Like it fits nice, solid. It's not like overly tight, but once you put them on for like 5 minutes, then they like you stretch them out a little bit and then they're like ultra comfortable. And they're really affordable. I mean, they're $89. But again, if you get right here, if you buy 2, you get 20%. If you buy 3, you get. So I usually buy like 3 or 4 pairs at once. You get 30% off. They end up being like, I don't know, $70 a pop or $65 a pop. That's really good for pants, in my opinion. So that's the Trailblazer. But I also really like the Lancer pants. These are my favorite, like for going to the range or like in the summer if I'm wearing pants. These are the best because they're really lightweight. They're made out of that like 4-way stretch stuff. Let's see here. So they have like a pocket here and a pocket here, and then they have 2 front pockets. The best thing about these pants is they have reinforced pockets. So all of them have reinforced pockets for your knives and shit. And then they have extra pockets on each hip that you can fit a phone into or a magazine. That's kind of the idea. They designed it to fit an AR mag. And then they also have jeans, which are really good. They also have the stretch stuff. The jeans tend to size really big. So I would go a size down on the jeans and a size up on the khakis. And they also have shorts. So I do not like the Havoc shorts because they're the same material as the khakis. But it just doesn't feel right in a short. So I would not recommend the shorts. I do recommend the field short if you can get it. They didn't really focus on that this year, but they have a couple of kinds or a couple of versions. That's kind of like a short version of the Lancer pants, if that makes sense. So anyway, that's my go-to for pants. Off the grid surplus, best in the game. The main reason is because of this pocket right here. It has this extra pocket right here, and that's where my phone goes. So you don't have to put your phone in your ass and then sit on it. Like this pocket, I don't sit on it. It's like off to the side just a little bit. So like in the truck or on an office chair or whatever, it doesn't feel uncomfortable. And then it also doesn't take up a front pocket because I have my AirPods in this pocket. I have my knife also in that pocket. I have my flashlight over here with my wallet, right? And then I usually throw my keys back here. And then, so where am I going to put my phone? I got to put my phone in this pocket, but then it's like hanging off my ass, like here. My phone is now like down here in my, under my cheek. Like, I don't want that. I want it up here. So I put it right there. It's awesome. And on the khakis or the actual pants, it's a lot better because it's a little tighter to your body. It just makes more sense. So instead of like trying to figure out where to put things so that I don't put my phone with my keys, or I don't put my AirPods with my keys and scratch them, or I don't put my knife and something I don't want to touch, you know, like whatever. It gives you a pocket for everything. And then they have a zip pocket on every pants. Even the jeans have like a hidden zip pocket. And I carry medication with me every day in this little titanium canister thingy. And I just drop it in the zip pocket. And I also carry a little eye drop thing for my contacts in case they dry out. So I just have a place for everything, and no other pants I've tried comes close. Every time I try different pants or shorts, I'm always left wanting these back so I can put the stuff where I want. Because I always end up having to jumble shit together I don't want to. Like, that's why I stopped carrying a wallet. I started like minimizing everything I carried because the pants I had on couldn't handle it. All right, I'll shut up. But those are the best. All right. All right. Knife Standards was still here a minute ago. Let me get to this damn mint. All right. I try not to wear pants. That's one way to do it, man. That is one way to do it. Just don't wear them. Lefty 10 code on YouTube Premium. I wish, man. I would clean house with that, man. Timing on second run of the original size binge with back flipper, not the bigger one. Any chance hint of line makes a return? Honestly, dude, we haven't gotten that far. We haven't even talked about doing that run. Go talk to Blade Binge about it. I've been adamant that I wanted to do the regular size one first because I really love the binge. size, the way it is. But I will say the large, the second prototypes we got, fantastic. So they're going to be great. We're working that order out right now. We're just trying to tweak the milling on one of the versions. As soon as we get that dialed in, we're going to order those, and we'll have the large ones, you know, probably early next year. And then assuming we get those and it goes well, then I'm assuming they're going to order the regular size one, or I hope they will, because I prefer that. But hey, I got the DLT small boy and White Mountain Knives small boy. Love them both, but my White Mountain Knives small boy's lock bar grabs a bit when unlocking. Any way to fix that, or just let it wear it? It should wear in. Did you clean it? I always suggest cleaning the lock bar with alcohol. Like, if you take it apart, it's possible that there's just oil on the detent ball / lock bar, and it's just transferring, and just wiping it doesn't work. I can send you a new lock bar if you want to try that, or the liner. You can pop in there and see if that works. You can send it to me, and I can try to fix it. I just swap the liner out and see if it takes care of it, or see if I can, figure out what's going on there. If it's like very light grab, it usually will just wear in if you keep it clean, and just, play with it. But if it's bugging you or whatever, yeah, you can, again, I would try disassembly and cleaning. If you're not comfortable with that, send it to me. I'll do it. Or we can look into swapping, the liner out and see if that fixes it. I don't love swapping out the lock bar unless I have to, just because usually, like, the knife from factory, it's that blade and that lock bar are like, they're matched. You know what I mean? And swapping lock bars does not always go well, but I have enough of them. I could just keep trying them until I get one that works. So yeah, it's kind of up to you how much it bugs you. Just hit me up. Feel free to shoot me an email. We can talk about it, or DM me on Instagram. But you can email LeftyEDC info@divoknives.com. Or you can hit us up on Instagram, Divo_knives, or hit me up, whatever works, man. It's going to be me answering either way. So, yeah. Sorry about that, dude. Can't wait for the Mad Dog. That thing looks sick. Yeah, it looks awesome. I think that one's going to be cool. I love that the pants and the shorts have the same pocket layout. Yeah, that's what I love about it. I have the same shit on everything. The only difference is the khaki pants and the jean pants don't have the zipper pocket on the right, like, leg. They have a zipper pocket on the left side. They just don't on the right. But I never use that one anyway. That's probably why I never use it. I don't like having heavier stuff in those pockets because it's like banging into your leg. Remember the old cargo shorts days? It's kind of like that, but it's way more subtle. On the lock face of the blade. Oh, he's talking about using pencil. You shouldn't have to do that, though. So if cleaning it thoroughly with a disassembly and using alcohol on the lock bar and the blade tang and everything, and the detent ball, make sure that's all cleaned up, and then see if it still sticks. And yeah, if it bugs you after that, then I would definitely send it in, or just send it right away, and I can just make sure it comes back to you perfect. So yeah, whatever works there. I'd buy the long pants, cut them probably class. Okay. How many times have I said I'm going to open this? Here we go. Knife standards. We got a paper, the Pillow Mint, the perfect sidekick for your everyday carry. The Pillow Mint is a modern interpretation of a worry stone, inspired by the classic after-dinner Pillow Mint. Each Pillow Mint is comprised of 2 halves or slices, joined together by my custom square RR pivot. This pocket-sized collectible is produced in small batches and released in limited quantities. New materials, finishes, and variants drop on Fridays. You can mix and match the slices and customize it to your to match your favorite EDC. ATR. Awesome. We got a sticker too. Or a card, actually. So we got a little flappity flap. Oh, then it says the pillow mint again. We got another explainer. Despite its suspiciously mint-like appearance, this is not food. Don't eat it. Please don't eat it. Keep it out of reach of children and anyone who thinks this is candy. Knife standards. That's great. Do you have standards? Do you? Knife standard pillow mint. Mirror DLC tie. Hell yeah, dude. Dedicated to my father, RR. I love that. All right. Let me get into this bad boy. Let's see this. Let's see this sucker. Oh, yeah, son. We were talking about mirror polish a minute ago. Oh, that is cool. Look at that. There we go. Mirror polished DLC pillow mint. So it's titanium with the mirror polish on it. Super cool. So this is meant to just be fondled, I guess. I will say my instinct is to want to try to slide it. I think this might be cool with magnets. I've actually seen some similar shaped stuff, like the what was that one? The ACEDC soap. It was like a little bar of soap, kind of looked like this too, and you could slide it back and forth. What does it do? It doesn't do anything. That's kind of the point of it. It's just meant to be fondled. It's like a worry stone. But the concept is you could buy different ones and then you could swap the parts because it's held together by a pivot, which is kind of a cool touch. Good use of pivots. So you could take that apart and then you could put a different half on here and you could mix two together or whatever. That's kind of the idea, I guess. And you could also just collect different ones. You could drop it in your pocket. Yeah, this is exactly it right here. It just is. I like it, dude. Just don't eat it. Exactly. Yeah, my kids would definitely be trying to eat this sucker. So here, I'll show you actually some stuff similar to it that I have right here. I have this guy. It looks like a little suitcase. This is one of my favorite fidgets. This one slides up and down, and it just has little detent. It has little detent balls in it and springs. And that's all you do. You just slide it up and down like that. And annoy everybody around you if you're in an office or something. So similar, except it doesn't slide or anything. You just kind of, rub it, I guess. So she said. I have the full carbon one. Yeah, I like the carbon one too. The carbon one looks dope. The weave one. I bet you he probably, I would think, is going to be making them out of camo carbon and shit. So we'll probably see those in the future. Like an 80s camo, one of these, like in this color or something. I think that'd be cool. And then if you could mix them, you could put together like 80s and DLC. It's kind of cool. Definitely what she said, yeah. And you all thought getting your hands on a PM2 was hard. Maybe sarcastic. What are you talking about, Bob? It makes you feel cool, dog. Is it slick? The DLC polish makes it slicker than regular DLC, but it's actually not like, I'm not like slipping off, like I can't hold it. It's I don't know. I like it. Now, if I could do like tricks and shit, that'd be cooler, you know, like if you could roll it on your fingers or something, that'd be kind of neat. That was the fidget back in the day, was a coin or a pencil, you know, just a worry stone. But yeah, that's what it is. A worry stone for the 21st century. Or, I mean, or it's just a worry stone. I mean, it doesn't have to be for the 21st century. It's just a worry stone. Remember that golfing slider I won off of you a few years ago? Makes golfing sounds. I still have it. What? Golfing? Like the sport golfing? Like it legitimately makes sounds like golfing? Like it's electric, like electronic, like it's a, or do you mean like it makes a ting sound or something like golf, which makes no sense either? Hear that? I don't know, man. The pivot might be loose on. I'm gonna check the pivot. It's tight. I'm gonna loosen it though. I just want to see. Let's see what's going on here. So here we have a pivot screw stuck to my driver. I'll leave that there. Then we have, at least a bunch of magnets won't come out of this sucker. We have a pivot. Aha, I found the culprit. The pivot cap is loose. I guess Best Tech made these for you. Best Tech is notorious for not gluing the pivot cap. Actually, they don't just come, it doesn't just come apart. I thought it would just fall apart. It's stuck together somehow. Damn. Let me try twisting it. Nope. How does this come apart, dude? Trying to look inside. Dropping a white G10 tomorrow. G10 is my sneaky new fave for the mint. Half DLC, half G10. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, G10 would be a good one to just play with. Yeah. Gotta wiggle it? I don't know, man. It's not. This thing feels like one piece, dude. I'm trying to like pick at it. Nothing's happening. Like a twist and wiggle. It might be a little slick for that. I'm trying. I mean, I guess it's good that it doesn't just fall apart. I think maybe it is spreading a little bit here. That's what she said. Oh. All right. I give up. So here's what I do. Did Best Tech make these? I don't know if you want to tell us or not. That's just my guess based on this. So this is what I'm talking about. The pivot. I know a lot of you guys know this at this point, but I learned this because of the Stout V2. The first run we got, Best Tech did not. Oh no, the Buzz did it too. This would come loose. It would start walking out, and people were so confused because their knife would be like centered. Everything is normal except they have blade play, and they're like, "What?" And they would send it in, and I knew, like, immediately I would know it's this. And trying to explain it to people, as simple as it is, trying to explain that it's this, right? Your pivot's loose, but it's not the pivot screw. It's this thing. So you got to take the knife apart, push that out, and then you got to like glue this side. That's what I'm going to do now. You just said laugh out loud, so I think I'm right. So here's what you do if that happens. You take the pivot off. Then you have your threads. I usually clean it and shit, but this looks, with the DLC, it's probably just fresh. Let me see. Yeah, there's nothing on there. And then I take super glue. I haven't used this in a long time. I've been using Loctite on my knives, guys, because it actually cures where I live. My old house, these Loctite would never cure because it was so humid, I guess. So you just put a touch of super glue on the threads, take your barrel and put it back on. And then the key is to make sure you tighten it all the way fast. And then I just crank it down a little bit. You can't really do it, but I'm just making sure it doesn't come loose. And then you just let that sit for a minute. And your pivot is now properly glued. And that's what they should be doing at the factory. They're supposed to be using some kind of high temp glue that does, it's not supposed to come loose ever. The only reason you wouldn't do it is like if you had a knife where you were selling kits, like you're selling hardware kits where you actually are going to swap that part out and then you don't want to have it Loctited from factory. But otherwise, it should be like, you know, this should be one fucking piece, right? Like nobody wants this to come loose. That's how it should come. And even if you're selling kits like that, you should just sell it with the pivot attached, you know, to make it easy for people. Trying to get this loose on a lot of knives is a nightmare. To speed up Loctite, you can use a hair dryer as well. That sounds counterintuitive, actually. Because Loctite is heat sensitive. So wouldn't that would stop it from curing? Are you sure, Todd? I think the best thing to do is to remove oxygen. So like I try to, whatever I put the Loctite on, I try to make sure it's nice and tight because then it's sealing that. There's not any air in there to like let the Loctite breathe so it wants to cure. You could probably put it in like a Ziploc bag, get all the air out. That would probably actually help. I probably should have been doing that at my old house instead of leaving it out in the humid air or whatever. He says blow cool, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's what he means. I don't know. I've never heard about a hairdryer helping with Loctite. There we go. Pop that back in. And then I'll give you guys one other tip here because I'm doing it. Whenever you put a screw into a thread, you want to put it in and then you want to go counterclockwise until you hear a click. Right there. The threads are connecting. And there we go. I did not Loctite this side because, you know, I never know. I might put two halves together or something. But yeah, that's super cool, dude. I love that he utilized the pivot. I'm guessing that was just a concept and you ordered more pivots, but like, or did you get the idea because you had 1 million pivots left over and you were like, I need to do something with these? I'm curious if that's where you got the idea or if it's just, you know, because you could use your pivots. It's cool because I do think it's cool. So that's the Knife Standards Pillow Mint. I'll show it to you guys on the website again real quick. We did this last week. So you guys can see the different versions. So we got to go to shop, and there we go. Pillow Mint. Oh, I should probably share this. I always forget. All right. The Pillow Mint. So this is a titanium with a satin pivot. And they're not expensive. I mean, $40 for something that'll calm your nerves. It's not bad. Full DLC. That looks sick too. That's $39. Then you have the mirror polish. That's going to be $49 because it costs more to do the mirror. White G10 crystal. That's what's dropping tomorrow. Ooh, damn, dude. Yeah, that looks good. My only concern would be that I would get the G10 dirty. That does look sick. So it's raw crystal tie, I guess. Which one did I miss? Weave carbon fiber. That's a really cool one too. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Shit. Oh, ice blue crystal. That's dope too. That was only $40. Very cool, dude. Luck chiclets. You can steal that. Luck chiclets? So you just make like titanium chiclets. You carry them around in a little titanium zircon case, and then you pour out the titanium chiclets in your hand and shake them around. I love it, dude. Luck chiclets. You can steal that. It cracks me the fuck up. By the way, dude, yeah. So this legitimately is like nice to hold. It sounds kind of dumb because I know what a lot of you guys are thinking. You're going like, what the fuck? It's just a worry stone. But yeah, it's actually like it's keeping my hands busy right now while I'm talking to you guys. Where a lot of times, like when I'm working and stuff, I'll be doing this, but this can actually be distracting to me. Like the spinners and shit, and it's loud, and it's also got the feedback. I like that. Like I really like that about fidgets. But it's kind of nice to have something you just hold. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds kind of silly, I guess, but yeah, it's cool. At some point, you're gonna have to do an XL pillow mint. The Pillow Mint XL, king size pillow mint. It sounds dumb until you're holding it. Yeah, I totally agree. Actually, no, I kind of understood it right away because I'm into the fidget stuff. So, I'm already past that initial like what. Also, side note, you can spin it like a top, which I have fun doing. Like on a table? Nah. Mega Mint. You could steal that. Hold on. How do you spin it like a top? Oh, shit. I'm worried I'm going to smash it into something and then ding up my DLC. I see. So you just spin it on a corner or something? Oh, shit. Yeah, it does kind of work. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't want to go crazy with it because I'll fling it across the room. But yeah, that actually does work. I don't think it would spin for like, a while, but it does spin around like a top for a second there. How long have you gotten it to do that? Super curious. Yeah, I kind of want the carbon fiber one now. God damn it. ATR. What the hell, dude? It spins. Having a pair with magnets in them would be interesting as well. Could stack them together with 3 or 4 of them. Well, how would that work? How would you what? How would you put 3 or 4? You still can only put 2 together, you know what I mean? If you had 3, what you put it like this on the back? You know what I mean? I think it would be cool with magnets and just have it be free floating like this, and you could just slide up and down, and you just dick around and do whatever. Otherwise, you gotta like come up with the perfect magnet layout and strength, and maybe do a track and shit. Like, it could just work as 2 halves that you kind of slide all around and just keeps you busy, or you just keep it like this, I guess. But yeah, let me show you the one I'm talking about, dude. I'll show you the one like it that I had. ACEDC soap. I think it was ACEDC. Yeah. Here, I'll show you. So this was the soap. I had it in zirconium too, so it looked just like this. I guess it's on AliExpress. I guess I could check. I doubt that G1 has it. They're the fidget dealer I work with. Soap. Oh, wait, it's a different company. That's not the right one. It's a different one. Somebody else has the same thing, though? That's gay. All right, you guys see it, right? Oh, it opened up in a different page. Let me, here we go. So I would not recommend you buy anything from AliExpress. I don't have any experience. Plus, this is $180, but here's a look at it. It's kind of similar, right? You guys get the idea. They make them magnetic. They're called hematite stones. I don't know what that is. Which growler is everyone shooting for? Hell yeah, dude. I have a vid on Instagram with the red and blue version. Oh, of you spinning it? That's awesome. Gen 2 and wait, it says get 2 and spin them in your hand. If you guys are looking for something like that, you should check out this thing. It's actually really cool. I had them a long time ago. This is a good guy too. Fidget things. He makes this thing called the Chill Pill. Oh, it looks like a bunch of people copied it. Ah, that's gay. Why are you copying him, man? That's messed up. I don't know if does he still make stuff? I don't know. Maybe he stopped. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. He was a nice guy. I think his name was Derek, but I could be wrong. So it's fidget things, and he makes this thing called the Chill Pill. He could be making all different stuff now or not making anything. I don't know. Oh, he also made those Switch things. Remember that? I did some videos on that. It was like he would make the keyboard piece out of zirconium or tie or whatever, and then you could put a cap in it. He would make custom caps too. It's actually really cool if you know stuff about keyboards, which I didn't then. Keycap, switch, yeah. Where's the damn thing? Other items. Let's see. There we go. Chill Pill brass plate upgrade. Digit the Fidget. It's that random guy. I don't know. Maybe he stopped making those. Very random. I assume that was really popular for him. SOB, I don't even know what that is. What is a chill stick builder? Okay. No products. Coin Fig, no products. He's got some kind of spinner. He's got the switch, the clickers. Oh, those are the actual switch things. TCG accessories. Huh. Okay, I guess he stopped doing it. Let's see, I guess, if these people make it now. Maybe that's why he stopped making it. Maybe he sold it to them. Maybe he sold it to them or something. I would love to know what the hell happened. But anyway, it looked like, let me see if I can find it on here. Yeah, so it looked like this, and it had two halves, and then they were magnetic, so you would break them apart in your hand, and then you would close it, open and close it. It was really fun. I probably have a video on it. I could probably just find that. Hold on, let's see. Chill pill, yeah. So your boy made a video on this years ago.
Kev here, and I want to talk about fidget things.
I don't know how long ago this was. Holy
Derek
shit.
is the guy. Derek Schultz is the guy behind
Derek,
Fidget
see, I know
Things.
his name is
This is his logo right here.
Turn it down a
This
little.
cool little face with some weird shit going on. He 3D prints. It can just be a haptic coin. It can be a
So
slider.
this one I got in zirconium or
it's really cool.
dark Timascus or whatever, and then there's
me.
different. This one's like Mokume.
I'm really bad at switching the magnet trays out. Oh, this one can go up, flick, and then close it down. Get that nice satisfying.
Trying to show you this thing instead of, there we go.
What I could do was take them and then use them with the honeycomb. So that's Mokutai. So then I ordered a Zirkutai.
Oh my god, dude, this guy talks way too much.
But they all work with the honeycomb. So I just wanted it that way because I thought it was cool. So now I have my choice of Mokutai, Mokume, and Zirkutai, which is really cool. I'm not the biggest fan of Mokume. So Mokume is a combination of nickel, not a ton heavier, but definitely heavier. So I don't know. This one I think is the lightest.
Could you just show how to use it?
I believe this is numbered. As I do this,
there you go.
You know, it's gonna wear it in because
that's how you play with it. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but
it'll be fine. But yeah, this is one of the best fidgety items I've come across so far. Really, really love it. And
all right, you get the idea. Anyway, those were cool. I guess I sold them. I don't have them anymore, but this is a really cool concept, in my opinion. I kind of want to try it again. I don't know. I'm going to ask him though if he sold the idea to that Chinese brand that makes it now, because it seems odd that he wouldn't sell it anymore because it was like his flagship thing. What time is it? 1:10? Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to wrap it up. Trying to think. Do you guys have any questions about the growler or the drop tomorrow or anything before I wrap this up? Or about the mint? the pillow mint, as they call it. Back in my teen years, our fidgets were square bales of hay and hoeing 35 rows of corn. What's the word on the Kaiser mash? It's supposed to drop in August, I think. That actually, the corn thing reminds me, I found something else today. Some guy hit me up on Messenger and he was like, hey man, why does this thing stop charging my phone? I don't understand. It's just not charging. Do I need to unlock it or something? Like, why? Why are you gay? No chargy my phony. Very strange. Okay. This guy hit me up on Instagram or on Facebook Messenger, and he's like, hey, dude, you inspired my channel or whatever. Like he's saying along with other people. And he's like, check out my channel sometime or whatever. I wasn't sure if it was just spam, like it was somebody trying to get me to click a link or something. So I looked up his channel. It was Frank to the Point. I don't know if you guys have heard of Frank to the Point. I'll show you it. Actually, might as well. Why is this Frank to the Point? I guess his name is Frank. I don't know. But he has a YouTube channel. I think he mostly reviews knives. The one video, I watched 2 videos after he sent that to me. The one was about the Metal Complex knife, which is hilarious. I'm sure it's one of his more popular knives. It was like Metal Complex knife is a fail or something. He hated the pocket clip or whatever. Very authentic, you know, kind of guy. But then I watched this one. I watched this one where they put a piece of corn in the microwave and it fucking pops into popcorn.
130.
It was amazing.
0 start. Now hit start.
I don't know. Yep. Apparently it's like an Amish thing or something. I don't know the background. But I immediately found it on Amazon and ordered some because I think my kid would love this. My daughter loves popcorn.
You got pop off everywhere.
It takes a minute. Hold on, let me jump ahead.
Is it gonna start popping?
Look, it starts popping.
You see him? Oh my goodness. Popcorn! Oh my goodness. How much popcorn?
So you can actually make popcorn out of this. Wait, hold on. I don't know if anybody's ever done that before or seen it, but you can get it on Amazon. It's called like Pop in the Cob or something. That's what she said. And then you have to get it out of the microwave, but it's still cool. Like kids would love that, dude. Old school way of popping popcorn, but with a microwave. Yeah, I don't know. You know, kettle corn's interesting too, but Cracker Barrel used to have them years ago, huh? Yeah, I've never seen it before. It was like, I was like, what? Immediately bought some. So I'll let you guys know how it goes. I think my kid will dig it. Maybe not. Maybe it's stupid, but whatever. My microwave is pretty dirty. Well, you know, you could clean it before you do it. My microwave is very clean, so you could just clean it, you know, And then you'd have a clean microwave. Oh, boy.
First official hands on.
Whoa. What was that? All right, let me give some away to you guys. Let me look at my shelf. My shelf is full again, so I need to do a whatnot stream. You guys want a knife or do you want a flashlight? I have both right now. I have a lot of both. Or a fidget. I have a fidget too. I'm guessing you guys want a knife. I can't give you a growler because I only have the 2 that I'm keeping. I already used them and shit. So knife. All right. Knife. Oh, here's one. This one might be interesting. This is from Jake Diaz, I think. The Lanky. Have you guys seen this one? CJRB Lanky. I love that guy, by the way. He's got some really cool concepts. Look at how thin this is. He stopped by during Blade Show and showed me a bunch of really cool shit he has coming. So definitely keep your eye on Jake Diaz. Happy as Larry. Super thin, slim CEO style knife, but somehow Artisan pulled it off. Like, it works. It's a usable knife. I love that Artisan can make knives so thin. Like, this one's not even that thin. It's monoblock construction. It's just like a very short, this way it's thin. But they can do some incredible stuff that other OEMs just won't even try, Most OEMs will try to make everything thick as fuck. And I feel like Artisan is the complete opposite. Like, how can we make this thin? Their knives, like a normal knife for them is like 0.4 inches thin. And for most companies, it's like 0.5 or something. So anyway, I'll give away this Lanky here. I am going to go create the giveaway thing. So get your drop beacon logins ready. Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to go to my main page here. Come on, take me to my page, dog. Can I do a new giveaway and have it be like a quickie? The quickie? Yeah, okay. Live stream. Giveaway, baby. Lanky. Gotta write it 3 times. Lanky. Okay. Here is the giveaway link. You guys can go enter there. I will also make it a QR code for anybody on their TV. Just give me a second. Un momento. There you go. Up in the corner there is a QR code that'll take you to the giveaway. If you are not on, Stabitha and the other one are cool. I wish I would have been able to check those out. I think they're going to, though. Send them to me, at least. They said they would. What am I looking for now? Oh, the EDC for me. Copy. Okay. So if you don't have an account on Drop Beacon, I'm putting a link for that too in the chat. That'll get you a free pro membership for a year, which is awesome. It's like $10 a month, so it's free for a year. You don't have to pay anything. None of that's happening here. You just check it out. Any plans to make a fixie? Yeah, so we are talking to Kun Wu about making a nip fixed blade, the stiff nip. Or potentially the larger version first. We might make the large fixed blade nip first, the stiff nipple. I'm not sure which one yet, but that's the plan right now. Man, this thing is fun to play with, though. It just, I don't know, being so small. That's what she said. That's what we hope she said. You do got to get used to it, though. It takes a second to get used to. I think the reach around was my favorite with this one, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Is Dale here? Dale's not here today. I was trying to help him get a small boy because last time he said he had issues, and I talked to Blade Binge about it, but I don't know if he saw my email response. Giveaway. There we go. Put that on there. Wonder why this charger's not working. It's so weird. The battery's dead. That's why. Dumbass. Well, why is the screen turning on if the battery's dead, right? That's kind of weird. Let me see when I plug it in what happens. Wonder why it died. Yeah, yep. See that blinking 0 there? That's a kind of indicator, Kev. It's weird to me that it has enough battery to still give me the readout, though. It's kind of weird. So that makes sense. I needed to charge it. I don't remember depleting it, but that's how it goes. Go gadget reacher. All right, let's see. What's up, Larry? How's it going, sir? That's correct, Josh. You never go full retard, baby. Very important life lesson. Let me see if you guys figured it out. Let's see how many people we got. So we got 33 entries, 2 new signups. How many people we got? 53 people. So, I mean, probably got most of you in there. I'll give you guys another couple minutes, but we got to wrap this bitch up. Oh, something else cool I got. I need to make a video on. I got a bunch of shit here. I don't know if you guys have heard of this company, Kniclad. I don't know how you say it. They reached out. They sent me 4 knives. I guess they're also reaching out to people about OEM work. So they must be a new or a rebranded OEM or something. We'll see if those are any good. But this thing is from Ant Design. So I put it in this this awesome slip from Fat Boy Knives. Or is it Fat Boy EDC? It doesn't come with this. It's from Ant Design. It's their bit driver tool, Apex. It's called the Apex. So it's like a multi-tool. And the way it works is you have a bit driver on one side, and then you have your bits that lock inside, right? And you have 2 little button locks. So you have one button lock here that you press, and then you can release the bit driver, and you can pull it to 90 degrees, right? So now it's locked in place like that, and you have kind of like a T-handle set up. Or you can press the button again and go all the way out, and now you have your normal handle design bit driver, right? You can also obviously remove this. This is the extender piece, magnetic extender piece, but you could just put your bit right into here if you want. So I use these big old bits. You could just pop that in there. This is magnetic as well. And then you could store it like that if you wanted to. If you wanted to, have it be smaller or lighter or something. Or you can just go to the full size. Now you got a lot of reach. Little obnoxious if you use these big bits. But anyway, then you have your bits here. And so what you do with this is there's another button and it pops out your bits. So you push it, it's on a little spring. Depending on how you're holding it, it'll shoot out or it'll just pop up. And then you have your bits in here. So this can hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bits. There's another slot. I don't have one in. It obviously only stores the little bits, but you can put your bit in there. So you have 8 bits. And then you could put one, I guess, in the driver. So you could have 9, but it would probably stick out. Let me see. Yeah, it would stick out a little bit if you left it in there. But if you took this out, I guess you could do that. So you could have 9 on board if you wanted to. But then it comes with 2 other bit cases or whatever. I don't know what you call these. But what you can do is there's a little guy right down here. See that? You can lock it and you can unlock it. And so right now I have it locked, all right? So this guy is not going to come out at all. If you unlock it, you can then press over to the side here, or I think you just need to unlock it. I'm not sure. And then you can actually pull these out. So I just need to remember how to do it exactly. It kind of locked up on me here. What am I doing? Oh, there. Okay. So I just slid it down and it unhooks. See the hook? So this one holds 8. It comes with 2 other ones. So you have this one that holds 5, but on an angle. So I guess this one's lighter weight. So you could have just 5 in there. And then this one holds the micro bits. So it holds the 4mm bits and it comes with the little driver. So you can take that out, and I'm guessing they designed it so that hopefully so that this will be flush, maybe. No. So you could put that in, and now you can take the 4mm bits, the little ones, and now you can hold 12 on here. So depending on the number of bits that you need for whatever the task is or whatever, you can swap it out for that. I think the 8 bits is enough. I probably wouldn't go to the micro bits. I don't think that's necessary. I would just rock the 8 bits in here. But if you really wanted to lighten it up, you could go with this one for 5. Depends on what you need, right? I put T6, I think. What do I have in here? Maybe I just threw some shit in here, but 8, 10, 15, and I think I had a 6 here. So 6, 8, 10, 15, 2 flats, and and 2 Phillips. You could also put a couple square bits in there if you wanted to. And then you just take this guy And let me figure it out. You hook it underneath like this. That's why I think you had to push the tab a little bit there. But you just kind of push it in, and then I think you just lock this guy. Yep, lock that over. Oh, no, it came out. So I just got to figure out how to put it back in. Okay, it's in there. Just got to shove it. So she said. There we go. You just got to push it forward a little bit. And then lock it. There we go. Now it's locked. All right. So you pop it back in and then push the button. Lock it down. And now it's all locked in place. And you have whichever set of bits you want in there. And you got your driver. I don't know. I think it's really cool. So that's the Apex from Ant Design. It comes with a clip too. I took it off because I found it. I'm not going to put this in my pocket. So I got rid of the clip. Put all this shit away. Very cool. And then I just found a slip for it. So I got to figure out how I had it in here, but it went in pretty easy. There we go. So I just put it in a slip, and then you could throw it in a drawer or in your truck or wherever, and you got your bit driver tool. So it's kind of like a replacement for the Big Idea Design bit bar or whatever. I like the bit bar a lot. I think that's the V2, the bigger one. But, you know, this one's really cool. I don't know how much it is compared to those. I got to look into all that. I like the video game dude did when he pinned it and used the wall to win. Genius. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll never forget when Mark pulled in a lap early and thought the race was over and lost it. That was great. Okay. You guys lost me there. Are you talking about NASCAR? Gross. Gross. NASCAR. All right. I'm going to pull the winner on this bad boy. We got 37 people now. That should be enough. That's probably all the people who could sign up or wanted to. So here we go. We're going to go over here to draw winner. And then we're going to scroll down because it's going to do a little animation. And you're going to see who won. Number 14 is our winner tonight. Who are you? Number 14. Where is it? CJRB Lanky 14. David Letterman. D. Letterman. You have won, sir. I always forget there's a little chat thing you can do in here. Thanks, Gab. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yep, rigged. You had that typed up already, did you? It's funny. Hell no, NASCAR. Hell no on NASCAR. Where'd he go? There he is. All right, dude, you won. You got an email just now, or you will, and it will tell you to put your address in, and then that'll get sent to me. But if you want to just reach out via email or Instagram or whatever, you can, and send me your address that way, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I'll get the CJRB Lanky out to you, sir. I appreciate you. I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for coming out tonight. Thanks for checking out the stream. Check out the Growler V3 tomorrow, noon Eastern Standard Time. They will be available. You can get them in a bunch of configurations. 154 CM from $159. up to $249 in S90V. And you can use the code LeftyEDC. Save yourself 10%. So that 159 is like 140 bucks, 145 bucks out the door for a sick knife. So check them out. If you guys need anything from me, have any questions, hit me up, LeftyEDC or Divo Knives, wherever you got them. And yeah, that's it, guys. I appreciate you. And I hope you guys have a good night. Hope you guys have a great weekend. If I don't talk to you, enjoy it. And yeah. Peace. Oh, yeah. Check out the pillow mint. This thing's actually really cool. Shout out to Knife Standards for trying something different. You know, I like that. I'm a big fan of people trying different shit. So check out the pillow mint at Knife Standards.